the group 13. So our topic for today is about the introduction to organization change. So what is organizational change? This refers to any substantive modification to some aspects of an organization. So it may consist of changing in technology, structures, people, mission, and values. So what are the changing process? So the first process, which is to recognize the need for change, and number two, the unfreeze, the number three, the change, number four, the refreeze. So this following steps will be explained by the following reporters. So three ways to differentiate between types of change. So the first is scope, intentionality, and sources. What is transformational change? Transformational change occurs when an organization changes its operation in response to dramatic changes such as technological breakdown or a merger. Incremental change. This occurs when an organization makes improvements in moving towards its strategic direction. So perhaps restructuring to be more efficient or expanding the line of products or services to promote more growth. So this is also refers to the different strategies to give more progress on how to develop the company's image or how to develop the company's services or product towards giving the service to the customers. So incremental changes, this may be refers to the strategy or ways on how to develop the services towards the company's operation. So there are types of changes, and what are the types of changes? So that is the incremental change, planned change, unplanned change, innovation, and imitation. So what is incremental change? So occur when an organization makes improvement in moving its current strategic direction. So what is planned change? Is designed and implemented in an orderly and timely fashion. So it is generally a direct response to the recognition of a performance gap. So that is a discrepancy between the desired and the actual state of affairs. So unplanned change. So involves in making an hoc or piecemeal of response to anticipated events or crises as they occur. So innovation. So involved the development and implementation of new ideas and practices. And the last types of changes, which is the imitation. So involves the replication of existing ideas, which may come from other units within the organization or from the outside of the organization. There are three interrelated dimensions that we can think for organizational change. The first is technology, structures and systems, and people. Mainstream four-step change process. So the first process or the first step, which is the recognize need for change. So managers monitor opportunities and threats in order to maximize productivity and financial benefits. So managers must recognize need for change. Step 2, the unfreeze. So managers use influence tactics to establish a sense of urgency and reduce resistance among members. So managers must develop new vision and communicate it to other members. Step 3, so the change. So managers must adapt or must act as change agents, so as a model of changes in behavior. So managers gain members a commitment to establish new vision by promoting positive attitudes and confidence in abilities. So the last step, which is the step 4, the refreeze. So managers make adjustment to system and structures to reinforce the changes. Moving back to the changes or organizational changes. So we include the different types of changes. So first one is the incremental change. So this is occur when organization makes improvements in moving its current strategy direction. So when the current strategy is not really effective on giving the quality service or the quality of the product that being produces to the consumers, they must improve or they must look for another strategies which is effective on delivering services or product to the customer. So this which means to meet the satisfaction of each consumers or customers from the services being laid from the specific innovators. So the planned charge. So this is designed and implemented in an orderly, timely fashion. So this is generally response to recognize the performance gap. So the plan changes, which is prior to the happenings of the organizational. For example, the organization meets or encountered a problem. So the planned change was already established prior to the problem that being happened into the company. So every organization manager must establish the plan change. So which is this plan was was established before the problem occurred. So innovation. So this involves the development and implementation of new ideas and practices. So for example, innovation refers to the development. So the development. For example, the values or the services being laid to the customers or consumers. So for example, in the market, you are in the organization. So we need also to innovate or give some changes of the idea or practices. We must think another practices which helps to innovate the organization progress or which help to develop and find new success for the organization. So each members must must cooperate or have the collaboration and to meet the satisfaction of every individual within the company. So imitation. So this might involve the replication of existing ideas which may come from other units within the organization or from the outside organization. So each members in the company, every individual from the outside of the company and especially to the managers in the organization. So we must involve in a collaborative system that may help the progress of the organization, especially in the company's development and environmental progress.